Take it away.
Thank you, Debbie, Scott, Toastmasters, for having me here today. So recently I've been doing R plus training with my dog. And no, I'm not teaching my dog a programming language. R plus positive reinforcement training is about giving lots of rewards and positive behavior rewards to dogs to increase their behavior. And so I got interested in dog training a few weeks ago when me and my fiance discussed getting a puppy. And we have, or really, she has a old mutt, and it's pretty good, but it has some typical behavior issues about pulling the leash, barking at the dogs, and genuinely not listening to commands when there's other distractions around. And so I looked into seeing if an old dog can learn new tricks. And good news for a lot of you guys in the audience, an old dog can learn new tricks. And so uh, looked into what best training method to use. And I read a lot about R plus. It kept on coming up. And at first I was worried that was too new school and hippie for me. I came from the military, as you guys know. And so I'm not afraid of a little punishment. And I learned that positive reinforcement training isn't about being soft. It's about using behavioral science to focus on a relationship built on trust and cooperation rather than fear and dominance that surrounded a lot of earlier dog training in the 20th century. And so I'm going to pull up a slide. It's pretty simple just to put everyone on the same page with some terminology. Can everyone? That's not right. Oops. Can you guys see my screen or no?
Yes.
The dog picture?
Dog in four squares.
Oh, perfect. All right. So I thought you were seeing my other tab. Thank you. Um, we're going to start from the top and move around. So positive, adding a stimulus, negative, removing a stimulus. Then on the y-axis, increasing behavior, reinforcing, or punishment, which is decreasing behavior. And so to kind of put some examples to these definitions, R plus positive reinforcement, an example of that is when you give a dog a treat when they correctly sit. Negative reinforcement, think a trainer is pulling up on a leash until the dog correctly sits, and then remove that stimulus, aka the leash pressure. Negative punishment, think removing attention like a toy when a dog fails to continue to sit. And then finally, positive punishment, it's the classic, right? Applying an unpleasant stimulus when a dog stops sitting, like yelling or using a shock collar. Okay, now I'm gonna how do I unshare this thing? Let's see. Uh, pull up Zoom. I'm sorry, folks. I thought I had this down. All right, we're just gonna leave it up, and we'll figure that part out later. But um, why does R plus? Oh, I'm sorry, I think it's the way. Why does R plus outperform other methods? And it's for a couple different reasons. First, punishment can really put a dog in a fight or flight mode, and they aren't. Oh, what happened now? All right, in fight or flight mode, where a dog isn't thinking how to please, it's thinking what not to do. It doesn't have any instructions on what it can and cannot do. It only knows what not to do. And then when you're doing a reward-based training, a dog starts thinking creatively how to succeed, how to please the owner and get that reward. And maybe more importantly than all that is that a dog in pause reward based training is having a lot of fun. Me and Luna, our dog, have gotten a lot of excitement learning how to jump in to training, look forward to it. And when I'm feeding her lots of treats, she's looking forward to the training, and I'm excited to reward her and see her excited. So instead of training being this hassle of like, okay, the 15 minutes a day where you're going out there and really dreading it, it's really positive, and we're both looking forward to it. So now I'm going to jump into some of the mechanics of reward-based training that positive reinforcement. The first thing is a marker, and it's really important to signify to the dog, communicate to them, why are they being rewarded? What are you rewarding them for? And you can do that using a vertical reward marker. Commonly, yes, but you can basically make it whatever, or a clicker. And this is a little more effective, like because it's really easy for the dogs to process. But it's very important to use the reward marker consistently after they obey and do the correct behavior within 1 to 2 seconds of the behavior. If you wait any longer than about 2 seconds, the dogs tend to have trouble correlating why they're getting rewarded. To us, it seems obvious, but to them, they really need to be instantaneous for them to understand what happened. And you need to continue to practice that with consistency day over day in slowly more complex environments. And so if you always train your dog in front of the refrigerator to go down, like I did in the beginning, my dog, I found out, only knew how to go down on all fours in front of the fridge. And when I brought her outside or a different room, she had lost the ability to understand when, like, what I'm trying to ask from her. In her mind, down meant go down in front of the fridge. And so just make training creative and fun, different environments, but slowly ramp it up. And then also important, set your expectations to a manageable level. And one of the books I read, they're like, hey, 80 to 95 or 80 to 90% success after a month of training is pretty good. And it's hard for dogs to be 100% unless they're a show dog. And so not expecting them to be at the zenith of dog training is important, I think, for everyone's enjoyment. And so where is my dog Luna at today? Well, I mean, truthfully, our relationship has never been better. It was never poor. While it was a Bailey's dog, we had fun, but now because I've kind of taken a lead on that, I've become Santa Claus with the treats. We're doing consistent training. She has looked forward to hanging out with me more. Even when I don't have treats on me, she's excited to see me more and like hangs out with me more in my office. And so that's been a really positive aspect that I didn't go in intending to have. Additionally, R plus training has kind of shifted my thinking of training with animals from going from, hey, I'm the boss, I'm the alpha, which is kind of what my parents taught me, into being a benevolent leader. And so it's really been a great transformation for me, I think, behaviorally, as well as for Luna, my dog. If you guys are interested in learning more, please check out. I wrote down the power of positive dog training by Pat Miller. It's the first book I read on the subject, and it really explained it in an easy to understand way. Thank you guys.